Hey y'all, if you've ever asked yourself, how much should I be charging for my door hangers? You're not alone. Pricing can feel super overwhelming when you're just starting out. So I'm here to walk you through it step by step so you can price your pieces with confidence and stop second guessing yourself. Let's start with a few of the basics, your costs. Before you set a price, make sure you're adding up everything that it takes to make your door hanger. That includes wood or your blank base, depending on if you're cutting out your own piece or purchasing wood blanks, your paint, your brushes, bows, greenery if you're adding any, and don't forget packaging and shipping if you're going to be mailing this product. Even the little things like jute string or the sealer that you use to protect your door hanger adds up over time. Now, be sure to track your expenses so you're not just breaking even. And I know with paint, it can be really hard to kind of calculate this because one bottle can do multiple door hangers. So just try to get the best estimate that you can. Next, let's talk about your time. And yes, it's okay to charge for that. A lot of creative people really struggle with this. Your creativity is a skill and your time is valuable. And you have taken a lot of time to grow this skill and get better at it. And so that is worth something. I want you to track how long it takes you to paint one from start to finish. Now, if you're a beginner, that might be quite a while. Even some of you who are more advanced take a longer time to complete a door hanger. So even if it's done in stages while you're sipping coffee or watching TV, track that time so that you know exactly how much time was invested in this door hanger. Once you know how much time you've spent, you can decide what an hourly rate feels fair to you. And this hourly rate may change over time. In the beginning, as a beginner door hanger painter, you may think, I only want to charge, say, $10 per hour or something like that. That's just a blanket number that I'm throwing out for some easy math. And then after you've been doing this for quite a while, you may think, no, my time is worth $40 an hour or something like that. Here's something most people don't talk about. Pricing is psychological. The price you set tells your customer something about the quality of your work. If your price is too low, they might assume that it's cheap or not well made, even if you've poured your heart into it. So price in a way that shows that your door hanger is worth it, because it is. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make, especially in the beginning. They may be a really good painter, but they don't value what they've just painted because they think it's a little bit of like an imposter syndrome. Like they feel like, who am I to be selling my artwork? But I want you to really just kind of step outside of that and know that you can charge what other people are charging for door hangers. You can charge more than you think you'll be able to charge, because a lot of us also think well, I wouldn't pay that for a painted door hanger. Well, no, because you can paint your own, right? But a lot of people would look at that and be like, wow, I could never paint something like that. And they have no desire to learn how to paint something like that. Most people don't. And so they're willing to pay the amount of money that you're charging for that door hanger. So charge it, you're worth it. Now, if you're just starting out, maybe you're still learning techniques or building your confidence. It's totally fine to start a little lower, but here's the key. Don't stay there forever. When I first started out selling my own door hangers, I would price some of them as low as $25 each. And now I would probably sell a door hanger anywhere from $45 to $65, depending on what it is. Now, if it's a double-sided design with 3D pieces and it took me quite a bit of time, I might sell it for even more. I have to take all of these things into account. So you've got to start somewhere, but I didn't stay at that $25 price. Matter of fact, when I started getting regular orders, my price went up by about $5 every month or every other month until I finally got to a place where I felt comfortable. And one of the things that I tell people is, if you've made let's say a post on your Facebook page and you're selling a pumpkin door hanger and you say, I'm taking orders for this pumpkin door hanger, drop me a comment and I'll DM you a price. I try to avoid, if I can, putting the price in the post description or in the comments, because then people are going to hold me to that price. Well, what if all of a sudden I start getting 10, 20, 30 orders for this pumpkin door hanger, which would be amazing, right? But then I'm like, oh shoot, maybe I should have charged a little bit more. This is taking me a lot more time than I thought. So the first few people who ordered, they might get the best deal, but then the next 5 to 10 people who order, you might consider increasing it by $5 to $10 for those people. And if you have that pricing conversation in the DMs and not in the comments on a public platform, then you have that leniency to be able to increase your price as you desire to. As your skills improve or your order list starts to grow and get long and you're staying up late at night just to keep up, that's your sign to raise your prices. You're allowed to grow, and so is the value of your art. Here's a quick formula that will help you figure out how to price your door hangers. You're going to take your materials plus time times profit margin equals your price. To give you an idea, a simple design might go for anywhere from $35 to $50. A more moderate one with a little more detail could be $50 to $65. And a highly detailed or custom design could go from anywhere from $65 to $85 or more. I've seen people who are painting custom portraits of people's pets. You should be charging premium prices for that kind of work. That is custom artwork for that person. There's also the added thing of, well, is it a double-sided design? Take Lola the Highland Cow, for example. Not only does this have 3D pieces, it is double-sided. So it's like getting 2 door hangers in one. If I were to sell this one, I would probably easily price it anywhere from $75 to $85. And then if it had a bow on it, you better believe I'd be adding another $10 or so. If you're adding bows, greenery, or 3D elements, those definitely increase the value. So please take all of that into account, not to mention the level of detail that is involved. Friend, your work is handmade, heartfelt, and one of a kind. That's something no store-bought piece can ever compete with. Sometimes I'll see somebody post in one of our Facebook groups and say, how can we compete with this? And it'll be a picture of the spring decor aisle at Walmart, and there'll be spring door hangers hanging up there because door hangers have caught on enough in the world that even Walmart is selling door hangers now. They don't have a lot to choose from, but it's just enough to make some of us feel like, well, what am I doing trying to sell my door hangers if somebody could go to Walmart and buy one for $15? That is not your ideal customer. The customer that's going to go to Walmart and buy one for $15 is not the person you're trying to sell to. You're trying to sell to somebody who appreciates handmade goods, who values the time that you've put into it and the uniqueness of having a hand-painted piece. So stand behind your pricing, trust the process, and know that the right customers will see the value in what you create. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How do you price your door hangers? Drop some comments down below and let me know what's your biggest struggle when it comes to selling. If this video helped you, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more creative tips and painting encouragement. Until next time, happy painting, and remember, you are worth every penny.